Okay, so look, this is just going to be a quick walkthrough of the character sheet for my players so they understand all the different ways that they can roll. I will point anyone who cares enough to go to MooMan's YouTube channel, which I have, I think, a link in the notes attached to this one. He does a really comprehensive walkthrough, and it is his work. But this will just cover off the basics. Okay, so we've got a character sheet up. Elise Sigloben, a witch hunter by trade, and a pre-gen from the Ubersreich. So just a couple of things to pay attention to. You've got fortune, you've got fate, you've got resolve, you've got resilience. Obviously, they've got careers that they're working through. They started as an interrogator. They're now on their way to witch hunter. So they're quite skilled in comparison to the players that I'm using. You've got skill, your sort of stats running along here. Now, if you need to roll just off a stat, you just hit that button right there. So the current stat, and it'll pop up that. That's where you get that. You can see I've got advantage. If I have one, I've got a success level bonus and I've got success bonus. I've got the difficulty of the roll, which I can alter with a drop down. And I've got determination as to whether I want that to have a particular type of roll. So if I were rolling the character, I'd literally just roll like so. So I've got a 55, which is a fumble because I failed, and I got a double digit. If I want to apply the fumble, I can hit the apply fumble button, and it will calculate the fumble. And it gives me instantaneously what the effect of that fumble was. So if I was using a ranged weapon because I used ballistic skill, this is exactly what happens. The other thing I can do, and I might not be able to do it, is I can obviously choose to do a reroll. So I can use a fortune point, of which I have 2. I can use a fortune point to add a success level. Since I'm only at -1, that would be quite effective. I can take a dark deal, which means I will gain corruption. And also there's an oppose with targets kind of frame. So let's just use let's just take a fortune point. So it re-rolls. And you can see that I failed even worse than I failed the first time, but it's counted down my fortune points, which is a really nice effect. So I could probably take a dark deal this time and see how I go. And this time I succeed because I rolled a 35. But now my corruption has incremented by 1. So it's a really nice effect. So all of that's available just from a right click on the character. And you can see, if you want to apply the fumble, you just click on the fumble and it'll roll. So I got a 99. Wow, that's a really bad fumble. Okay, now just to pay attention, you've got your pluses and you've got your ticks. Pluses indicate that that was a skill that I could increase from my career, and ticks indicate that I have already maxed out those. So you can see I've got the advances at 10. The pluses indicate that I can take more advances in that. Okay, so now let's talk about skills. So if I roll a skill, and I'm just going to pick on Intimidate, I think it is, if I can find it. Yep, there it is. So when I click on Intimidate, obviously blank chart, I can say I want to make it average. Now, you've got all your talents listed up here, which is quite a nice effect. So if I click on that, no, I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to roll, right? So that's from my talent, which allows me to get a success bonus to my Intimidate roll. Okay, so didn't succeed because it's only a success bonus, not a success level. So if I roll again, hopefully this time we will be successful, and I'm going to rig it. So I'm going to have +60, and I'm going to click that Intimidate again. Okay, so this time I unbelievably rolled 100 against 105 and got a marginal failure. You just can't believe how bad my rolling is sometimes. Last chance salon on this one. This time we're going to succeed. I have absolute confidence. All right, so 24 versus 105. It's automatically added my success bonus in, which is why my success levels are +9, not +8, as they would otherwise be. And obviously, once again, I can reroll, take a dark deal, or oppose with target. I don't have a target, so nothing's going to pop up. I think that's probably most of it. You can also get effects. So if I'm deafened, you can see that I do that. If I want to reduce it, it's left click to apply and right click to reduce, which is quite nice. Most of the equipment is drag and drop. So you drag the items in, and if you're wearing them, so in this case, we're just going to say this person is wearing them, including a plate breastplate, and we're going to equip them with their pistol, and we're going to equip. Yeah, that's all good. Now, if I go back to combat, you'll see the pistol is loaded. I have the drop down now where I select those bullets that were in the trappings. So that's quite a nice effect as well. So if you see down here, I had dropped in the bullets. They're now equipped. So if I roll, it'll roll. You can see that I have, further to that, I now have all of my weapon, all my armor showing up. So the orange circle is the armor. This is if I had a shield on, and this is my toughness bonus. So it's really quite nice. And also I can drag and drop a mount in as well. I currently have no advantage. If I click on a bullet, hold on, I've got to click loaded. Right, okay. So even there, I had to click loaded, which I had not done. And then I can hit the pistol and it'll pop up. I can say I'm using range black powder. It automatically knows the skill. It inherited that from the weapon. I'm just going to make it an easy roll for the sake of this conversation. Luckily, I'm a good shot, and you see the sorts of things that we get popping up here. So we've got description. I got 16 points of damage because I'm using a pistol. It tells me all about the things, and I can even click on the various skills as I'm doing here and get a readout of what it is. So that's pretty nifty as well. And then finally, if I go back, I can use the fortune point duck deal, and there's another one that talks about combat, so you can see all of that. All right. I think that's about it for this walkthrough. Yeah, perfect. Thanks very much. Bye.